This week's episode of the Deckchair Yumz podcast brought to you by Tory Dandruff. With the news that Connor's just told me there now, because I wasn't paying attention to the news, that Tory MP David Warburton, nothing to do with the bread, was caught with 6 lines of fucking yayo on his table. It's now our advice, if you're going to ask for drugs, obviously you have to use a code word, you can't ask for actual drugs.
Yes, of course,
know.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So instead of calling it Peruvian marching powder, disco dust, booger sugar, from now on, if you're talking to your dealer, ask for some Tory Dandruff. If you go to www.torydandruff.com/, yum, oh, yum, 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 yum. Oh, fucking that's yum. And get 50% off your first gram of Tory Dandruff today. That adds a wee bit of shit because when you found out what the crack was, but sure, you know the crack. Play it.
You know the crack.
Yeah, what's up, motherfucker? Yeah, what's up, motherfuckers? You're very welcome to another episode of the Deckchair Yumz podcast. It is Monday, the something to something. I'm wearing a pink hoodie, and I'm not even ashamed of it.
No, you're not.
I was walking towards the building today, and a man beeped the horn, and I thought maybe he thinks this is a pride march.
You sound very distant, and I sound very nice and clear.
I'm a very distant, low.
You're out there.
Of a guy,
in fairness, yeah. Are we on the right?
What's up with the yellow button? What's that mean?
That's just a wee light, yeah.
Just a wee light.
Just a wee light.
But it sounds okay to me. It's maybe just your headphones again, is it?
Might be, maybe.
We should really have done this before we started. But
we probably should, but
we like to do it on the fly. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of it's as close as you can get to merging the live experience with the podcast.
It is, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very, very fucking
on the edge.
I was going to say on the edge, but I meant something fly by night.
Oh, fly by
Do you know
night.
what I mean?
By the seat of your pants.
By the scruff of your ball. Do your balls have scruff now? You have a scruff of the deck. Is scrotum all scruff?
I would say it only becomes a scruff once it enters a hand.
Once you get a
once you have a scruff of it, yeah.
So it would be a ball bag until you scratch it. You do the pinch and roll, and it becomes a wee scruff.
Wee scruff,
like a wee kitten in it. Like the back of a kitten's head, a ball bag. I find. Depending on the type of cat. Obviously, me freshly short, I'm like a Siamese cat.
Yes.
You would be like a tabby.
Ah, like a big fucking
backstreet fucking wet cat.
A big lion with a mane on it.
Smells like vinegar.
Yes, I would.
Just a big full lion of a ball bag you have, sir. Just a big fucking mighty king
Nothing
of the
else,
jungle.
just balls.
Just fucking. Then you come in your hand, rub it in her forehead, and go Simba. I'm the same myself. Said I've got baldy balls.
You've got baldy balls.
Like a velvet cushion. Take photos of it, like a designer kit. Very hard to resist the temptation to say posse in that wee.
I would say no. You done well.
I'm better
very
than
well.
that. I'm better than that. So I mean, I don't want to just say a posse.
Oh, Jesus, no.
Nobody should say a posse.
No, I don't think it's. That doesn't suit our accent.
Doesn't suit. There's something. I've said it many times.
But then Fanny doesn't suit either.
Fanny does.
I don't know.
I think there's. I just think I always find that.
Do you want me in your fanny? You know what I mean? It's
right enough. I fuck my fanny.
No, it can't work.
No, I think there's fannies. Fannies. If you're cleaning one, I need to clean my fanny. I need to wash my fanny.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? Or
if it's non-sexual, it's fanny.
Yeah, if you accidentally see one, it's a blurt. I can see your blurt.
See, blurt must be a very east of the band phrase. It's not a phrase we use down here.
Your slit, coin purse.
No.
Doot.
No.
Your hole.
No.
Your cunt.
Yeah.
I see your cunt. Excuse me, miss. I don't know if you know, but your skirt's blown up and the entire congregation has just caught a glimpse of your cunt.
I don't know if we would be more. I don't know if we would be more. Would we? Oh.
Sorry, I've just had an image in my head of a priest literally holding a collection plate. Just to let you know. The entire the air conditioner, we have the doors open for COVID, and the wind is blowing your dress up, and the entire congregation has seen your cunt. £5, please, for the roof.
I don't actually
the altar
know.
boys over there vomiting.
Is muff or minge, maybe?
Now, I've talked about this recently with Kieran Bartlett, and I've talked about this at length many times in my life. To me, minge, it has to have hair on it.
Oh.
And a muff has to have too much hair on it.
Oh.
And a beaver is, there's no going back.
There's no turn.
Yeah, a beaver's when you need to get Alan Titchmarsh and his crew in to sort it out. Put a water feature beside it. Do you know what I mean? Nelson Mandela will be like, I like the beaver. Like it so much.
You know it's beaver level and you put your cock in and the fanny starts gnawing, is it?
Yeah. So when you try to finger it and your finger gets caught, like the boy in the striped pajamas, just staring through a fence.
Barbed wire, it would look like.
Yeah, like when it looks like that, that's a muff. Literally.
Yeah.
That'd be a muff. A beaver would be A beaver's when it's affecting the asshole and
It's all encompassing.
oh, why?
Aye.
Yeah. Like
Just
you can't even piss properly without
Aye.
beads of it.
Super spreader.
gathering.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So there you are, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know where the fuck or how we got there.
A beaver from far away looks like an A to Z map. It's just fucking.
You need a bit of orienteering.
Different colours and all.
Red flags everywhere.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Lice.
Oh, Jesus.
I wonder, can you. Does pubic hair will stop growing at a certain point, won't it?
I hope so.
Like, do you know what I mean? Does it ever get to the point where you're like, I'm gonna brush that before I go out?
Oh, aye.
Do you brush your pubes? Could you brush your
You'd have to.
Brush them.
Well, it's fucking need to straighten them sometimes. You know what I mean? Get a wee.
Your dad, just 2 seconds, your daddy's getting ready. Do a wee balayage.
I don't know. Do they stop
I know,
growing?
imagine
Maybe they
your
don't.
pubes have the same haircut as your head. Like, it's just a wee white streak through them.
It's just like
Mr. Fantastic.
I shave everything off, just leave the white streak.
Aye.
It's just
Best way to do it, man. Aye. Exactly.
I don't know. Actually, do they stop growing? Maybe they. I can't see they would, unless you would. Like, here's the thing. Now, only you could answer this as a balding man. Do you?
Have you ever seen the back of your head?
Do you, do you have the same issue above, down below? Like, say for something.
No, I do know.
I'm joking about you.
A medical fact that when you get to a certain age, your pubes will naturally fall out, and you don't.
All right, okay. Because I was just going to ask.
Which
I
is
mean,
a real shame.
Somebody who's genuinely fully bald. Did that happen down below as well, or is that
No.
no?
I do know that it does happen when you get older. Your pubic hair will fall out.
Okay.
So if you're looking at I don't know how old your mother is. If you're at home and your mother's in sort of her mid-50s or up, just know she's got a baldy wee slice.
Alright. Nice.
Hope you're not eating any dinner.
Hope
And I definitely hope you're not eating your man.
I hope you're not eating her slice.
No, exactly.
Oh.
Are we apple torn over?
Oh.
Why are we so dirty today?
I don't know.
This is what happens when we record these on a Monday, you see.
That is
the
a
whole
problem.
weekend.
That is a problem.
Getting debauched.
I really don't.
I went to France one time on holiday.
This is what happens on here. Some people slag me off because I don't remember. I don't remember what we talk about once we press record. And I'm trying to figure out how the fuck did we get to fannies? Pussy.
Yeah, that was pussy. That's what it
But
was.
it wasn't like it was because yes, right,
Yeah,
okay,
I
there
got
you
it
are.
now. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good to have the episode recap at the start.
Yeah, this whole sobriety thing's doing me the world of
Not
good.
good. No,
I said sobriety. I wasn't really sober. Like, even had a couple of wee drinks or shot today.
Has Sarah seen it?
I started making old fashions in the house corner.
Old fashioned videos.
And I make a deadly one.
Oh, you do.
I make a deadly old fashioned now. I'm telling you, it's my new, and it doesn't affect psoriasis. So
And you,
I'm now that guy.
you were.
I'll have an old fashioned, thank you.
Yeah, you were a bit of a PA, a bit of a dick.
I was acting the dick in the house. I did just feel like there's something about drinking an old fashioned in a dressing gown that it's very Lebowski-esque.
No,
Detective John Lebowski.
White Russian.
No, I'm not talking about the big
That's
Lebowski.
the
I'm
only
talking about the
thing.
wee Lebowski.
Oh, the wee one.
Aye. Those wee bra. Lactose intolerant, so killing the white Russians. But he still likes to get fucked up. I had a bit of a week. I took my blonde dog child for a couple of days off his bitch ma. So I had 2 days looking after my dog. Remember I used to have
Oh,
a
your
dog?
dog? Jesus, I was thinking that. Fuck.
Used to have a dog with my ex-girlfriend. My ex-girlfriend kept the dog. She's in Amsterdam having a good time with the dog's new dad. Fathers for justice. So I had a couple of days, me and the dog in the house.
You had the
My
Batman?
landlord's lessons only mind them, so chill out.
The Batman suit was off.
Yeah, me and him just fucking walked about Lurgan like two lads, lay on the sofa all day, getting cuddles. It was deadly. I've never been happier. And absolute. I know you don't like dogs. You really like dogs, do you?
No, I don't mind dogs. Yeah, I don't mind. Just never had one. I don't mind them.
Fucking hell.
You're
I nearly didn't give him back.
Madly in
I
love.
very nearly didn't give him back.
You can see the court case, couldn't you?
Swear to God.
Costly battle.
It hit a point where I was like, if I can convince him to piss in the toilet so I don't have to go out at night, he's never going anywhere. Like, I got into bed, I brought his dog into my room.
Right.
Because I was like, I don't want to bark in the middle of the night in case he hears any weird noise. New
Yeah,
environment. So
new environment. No,
got in the bed, got myself all comfy, and I looked around, and he was just at the edge of the bed like that. But he wasn't being presumptuous. He was kind of like, am I allowed to? Remember how we used to do? Remember whenever you still, when we were still loved each other?
Did you let him in?
Fucking right, I was like, get up you get, you bastard. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and he was on the pillow beside me like that. He just paw under his cheek, you know. And I thought dogs are fucking class. And then me and him went out kicking cats.
I could do that now. I could do that, alright. But
fucking-
sleeping with a dog now, I have to say.
There's nothing. It's like a hot water bottle that loves you.
Why not just get a hot water bottle, less air?
It doesn't love you. Hot water bottle doesn't be all here, but do you want to go for a fucking run in the morning? Do you know what I mean?
You can get that look when you go into the kitchen in the morning without having to fucking lie in the bed with it.
It's better, man. Him, by the way, it's not it, it's him. He is a good boy.
How do you know its pronouns?
Because I know his pronouns. Because he's got a dick and balls and he's a dog.
That
I don't think
mean
there's
anymore.
is there trans dogs? I do know of I did once see a hermaphrodite dog, that's true.
I've seen gay dogs.
I've seen that happen.
Aye.
Yeah, my dog has been gay all the time as well. He's dabbled.
Like his owner.
He's wore a pink hoodie, like. Definitely has. Yep. He's definitely on a pride walk. I mean, every so often he does, and this might be homophobic, and I'm sorry to any gay dogs listening, but every so often my dog will mince.
Right?
He will give it a wee.
Ooh.
Like
Just
that.
practicing.
Yeah, he's just fully like.
Getting his routine in place.
But he'd be all like fucking, I own this park, and then there'll be like there was a massive staffy. Like, I've never seen a dog with this muscly before in my life.
Right.
And my dog was like, "Won't cross the road here now." Like, like, fuck that. Because you know how normally the kind of, do you ever see like a wee dog walk behind a big dog?
Yeah.
And the wee dog's like, I haven't seen him fucking size that one now. My dog's like, I think he's about 9 or 10 now, so he's hit a point of his life where he's like, I couldn't even be asked.
Yeah, he knows.
He's going to sniff my ass.
Pure
I don't feel good
experience.
about it. I'll just, Mum will just go over here. What a great
You
day.
can just see the dog walking Mickey.
Aye. And I walked, it's the first time in like 6 months I've been able to walk as well because my wee rest is cleared up.
That's right, we critter you.
I did 20,000 steps there, Connor, on Saturday.
Lord.
And you'd have thought I run some sort of marathon. I had shin splints, my back was sore. My eyebrows hurt. The dog was all trying to go for another walk, and I was like, "You can go home to your ma, you fucking wee cunt. I'll put you down. I'd say you've been a child if you fuck me."
So a typical dad, and you could suffer a weekend. That was ahead of it.
But I needed to. I was going to take him to McDonald's. And all. I kind of wanted to send him back. You know, Daddy's house class. We're not eating the living room. No, brilliant.
What is he having tantrums with your ex? I'm going to move with Daddy.
He might do. I actually, do you know what was it's really weird when you're in the house with the dog. We're like, because he just stares at you,
Right.
and I genuinely believe my dog's smart enough that when he's staring at you, all like, what do you want? I'm lonely. He knows rightly. I'm gonna go fuck. Do you want a biscuit? Like he knows.
Oh, he knows
right?
you're going to create cave.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because there's times we'll do this. We'll be lying on the sofa and go, and I'm like, is that a sigh of content, or are you the animal manifestation of my own mother? And is this room not clean enough? Are you disappointed in my life choices?
Are you looking for forks?
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. And then they brought my wee nephew around to see him, and adorable, and just seeing a 3-year-old boy hanging out with a dog.
Maybe.
Kept calling the dog Andy. The dog's name's Sandy. He didn't give a fuck.
Who gives a
He's
fuck?
like, good boy, Andy. And I was like,
Yeah.
I started thinking we should have called the dog Andy.
Probably
Because I
should have because if it's a boy, it should be Andy instead of Sandy.
But he's a dog, and he's a sandy colour, you see. So,
All right.
I also think, and I've talked about this with several family members over the years.
That's probably why he didn't want to embrace that big dog.
Why.
Because he's called Sandy.
Yeah, well, the other dog was called Nigel, for all you know. But this is what I was going to say to you. I think there's something very funny in giving a dog a human name.
Yes, there is.
For years, my sister wanted to have a dog called Roy. She thought it'd be hilarious to call Roy. Right? I once worked with a woman who had a dog called Gemma,
Maybe.
which that was too far because I thought, I know you keep that dog in cages and live in a terrace house, so that means at some point your neighbour has heard you scream the words "fuck's sake, Gemma shit in her cage." And
Does make
that
things
is the makings of a
confusing, yeah.
Netflix documentary, if you ask me.
Somebody does it. Is it somebody does material about it?
Probably. It's a very hack idea. Like, do you mean it was a civilian come up with it? It wasn't me.
I'm trying to think who does do
That
that
sort of
about.
shit.
about-
My act.
Yeah, somebody does do that about the confusion of a neighbour next door. Since it was when you said that bit, I was like, oh fuck, I've heard it.
Oh yeah, there is someone. I can't remember who it is.
I can't remember who it was.
I watched a documentary. Like, this is completely off topic.
Because we're on topic all the
Yeah, it's
time.
nothing to do with dogs. Like,
Or pussies.
Have you seen a documentary called the Priest and the Paedophile Hunter?
No.
Fascinating documentary.
Would that not be a very short film?
No, it's a 2-parter. Sky Crime.
Because the title, he's found him.
The Priest and the Paedophile Hunter. Oh no, it's 3 different people.
All right, okay.
It's not priest by day.
No, that's what I
And then
meant.
by
That's
night he's a
what,
vigilante paedophile.
no, I
hunter.
meant that the paedophile hunter wouldn't have far to look for the.
Paedophile?
Paedophile?
Because he's a priest? Yeah, very good. I know what you mean.
Didn't work.
I got
Sorry.
confused there. I was thinking you thought the... Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, move on.
So basically, It's about this priest and a paedophile hunter. But he's not a paedophile hunter. He's a paedophile hunter. So
he loves to hunt.
Shooting grouse and fucking wheelers. No, true story. It's about a guy. So it's this young fella. Mm-hmm. I want to say it was in Brighton, somewhere to that effect.
Right. Okay.
And he gets put out of his man and dad's house, and there's a vicar who, like, has a sort of 3-story house, and he would let people who've been made homeless come.
Oh, right. Okay. Uh-huh.
So and it's done very well. So it ends up then that the young fella phones his mate. He's like, "You might come around here. I'm only after killing the vicar." So then the guy cuts the vicar up and buries him like a marsh. I think they initially tried to take him out on the vicar's own boat and dump him in the sea, but they can't get the boat to start. Nightmare. Probably fucking didn't know how to use the choke, unlike the priest. But I'll get that in a second. So they cut the body up.
Uh-huh.
And I was watching it, and they show some like photos from the crime scene. Now you don't see the body; you just see the sort of the bag that it's in.
Yeah.
So we cut him up and put him in that potato bag. So you imagine the size of a human, chopped up,
like chips,
like a smoothie.
All right, okay. All right.
And like soup mix.
Oh,
yeah. And then I had a weird moment where I went, do a Google this to see if you can see the actual. Do they sometimes you in that macabre mindset? You go, wonder is that on the internet? Me neither. I don't do that ever. Turns out then, really here,
what
the vicar, right?
Right.
Sure wasn't he not a pedo?
I don't believe you.
Right. So really hear this. So turns out then when it goes to court, your man gets done for fucking murdering the boy, right?
Uh-huh.
And then it comes out then there's some young fella and he's reading the newspaper. He's an old man, sorry. Reading the newspaper on the beach one day, and an off-duty police officer just standing past him, right? Sees a fella standing crying, reading the newspaper on the beach. Says, "You all right there? Oh, I seen that thing about the vicar. Did you know him?" And then the fucking fella reading the paper goes, "That man abused me when I was a kid." Then it came out about how much fucking dirty shit the vicar were doing, obviously covered up by churches and so on. He's allowed to fucking still work with young fellas. So then they re-examine the case and they discover that the fella who killed the priest, they basically go, "Oh, that was an accidental death." So he was in the bath, priest came to try and interfere with him in the bath, he punched him in the head, knocked him out, and then the guy fell in the bath and drowned. So then, because he'd cut the body up, they were like, "Well, you've tampered with evidence, so you're going to have to go to jail."
Yeah.
But because he'd been in jail for 8 years already,
right,
they were like, "You've already served that sort of sentence, so out you go." 16 weeks later, doesn't the fella set up a whole fucking paedophile catching group and killed another fella? And was on the way to kill a third, and then was all fucking, I think I've gone too far. Now, do you know how this thing ends? And this is like really, really genuinely fascinating documentary, very dark, and you're like, fuck me, crazy stuff. The documentary ends with the paedophile hunters now back in jail for life, right? Is trying to transition, right? Cut his own balls off. And I was in the house going, "There's your documentary."
Yeah.
The chopper read, fucking slash into it, mate. Cut into it, rip into it. Aye. You scaring the kids, Chop? Is it because I've got no balls, mate?
Holy fuck.
Cut his own balls off. How do you do that with a sharpened toothbrush? Now that's dedication.
That's fucking...
How do you cut your balls off? One...
The pain?
It's bound to hurt. Once you get past them off, you're like, fuck that.
Past them off? What's even just cut flesh?
He doesn't have a scruff.
No, no scruff there, boy.
And he's got the balls of a spoon, just like the back of a spoon. Smooth like a candle.
Just a eunuch.
Oh, yeah, a eunuch. What about a eunuch? But he kept the willy.
What?
I'm guessing. I don't know much about the rest of the documentary, but I'm guessing he kept the willy because he didn't mention the willy. He just mentioned the balls.
So the meat and two veg just became the meat?
Just the meat. Just strictly for pissing, which is a rap album that they should make. Strictly for pissing. Yeah.
Coming straight out of your urethra.
So I watched that and the Jimmy Savile documentary on Netflix.
Now tell me this, Mike. Halfway
Jimmy
through,
Savile, don't know if you know, a bad egg.
I hear he was a bit of a rascal. Now
couldn't trust him.
Is there any chance, Mike? Because halfway through the description of that,
I then watched the thing called
documentary.
Ultimatum, which I'll tell you about that after.
Now, what I thought initially was that sounds like something my wife would watch, and then I thought, were you watching this with your other half?
Yes, of course.
Was this the only thing you could agree to watch?
Yes, of course.
There we are. And we have it. That's all right.
Of course it is.
Because I was thinking, normally Mickey would say, do you want to watch Hot Shots Part 2?
Of course I would. Again and again and again.
That sounds like something my wife would go, that would be lovely.
It's almost as if whenever a woman
through?
gets involved in someone's house, you don't own it anymore.
Oh, it's nearly like that. It's not the same.
But not my house, obviously. I was all here. Well, I want to watch this paedophile thing, and then I want to watch some reality TV about people on dates.
Isn't it so, it really is pretty and lovely that you are still at the point where you will watch shite just as long as you keep both each sort of happy. That's the early stage.
I'll be honest with you.
Know what I mean? Wait till you're in the shed, you don't give a fuck what she's watching.
I will be completely honest with you now. I did watch the Jimmy Savile thing on Netflix, and then I went. I do have a weird mind where sometimes I read or I'll read like a dark thing or I'll watch a fuck and then I'll go, I may as well stay in this mood. There's no point trying to cheer this one up.
Right.
I think you'd be more mental if you went Jimmy Savile documentary to like Splash. Do you know what I mean?
Ah, well, okay, yeah.
Like that would confuse you more. You may as well go, well, we've gone down this rabbit hole, we may stay here all day, and then tomorrow we can start anew. Perhaps with Paw Patrol.
The Room or something, you know, watch that or
something like that. Yeah, Memento.
Yeah.
But I'll say this: we watched the Jimmy Savile documentary. I watched the Pedophile Hunter and the Priest, and then I watched a thing called Ultimatum, right, which is from the same people who made Love Is Blind. So if you know what Love Is Blind was, Love Is Blind is a show where a bunch of people go and they talk to each other through a fucking wall for like a week, right? Right. They decide to get engaged without having seen each other, right?
What?
So they build a relationship based on no looks. Then they see each other. Then they live together for a bit, and then they decide at the end of the show whether or not they want to get married. So the same people who made that have now made a show called Ultimatum. And Ultimatum is basically you've got a couple, right? And they either want to get married, they want to take that next step, they want to get married, or they want to have kids, they want to move in together, they want to do something like that, right? And one of them is resisting. So the other person in that couple gives them an ultimatum. So they get a bunch of couples who've given ultimatums, right?
Right.
They all go on dates with other people from the other couples, right?
Right.
And then then they spend 3 weeks living with one of the other people. They pick one, want to live with you 3 weeks, right? And then they go back to their original partner for 3 weeks, live with them again. You decide whether or not the ultimatum has worked. Do we want to take the next step, or have I realised, fuck, I'm actually in love with this other person?
Yes,
right?
yes.
And now the final is on Wednesday night. I haven't seen the final yet, but I will say this. I watched the Jimmy Savile documentary, I watched the Pedophile Hunter and the Priest, 2 absolutely awful fucking things about awful people and awful things, and I hated those 2 people less than I hated every cunt on that fucking dating show. I swear to fuck. I wish the documentary was called The Pedophile Hunter and Cunts from Dating Shows. I could not fucking believe how fucking angry I was getting. I was sucked straight in, and I'm in my house going, you fucking idiots, right? See if you were with somebody and they went, listen, I want to go to the next step, and the other person went, I'm not really sure about that, and they went, tell you what, I'll give you a choice. We either take the next step, or I go and potentially fuck somebody else for 3 weeks to see if you want to take the next step. You would go. Do you know what? How about we just say you're fucking insane, and this is over.
Let's leave it at that. Yeah.
I'll go on Tinder, and they're all obviously for those American shows. They're all in their mid-20s and hot as fuck.
Of course, yeah.
So it's not like fucking if it was me or you.
Yeah,
you're going, my best days are behind me.
You're gonna be
these people
stuck
have fucking 6-packs and packs,
fucking
and big old fake titties and stuff like that, and you're going, you'll get the ride, like.
They're not going to be suffering, like. Yeah.
And it's everybody talks to guests. I gotta thank you. Thank you. It's so good of you. Oh my god, it's like so good to be here. Like I just feel like we have like a connection now. I feel like, for a long time I've been with my partner, and I feel like I really want to have babies. I want to have babies, and he doesn't want to have babies, and I feel like we have a connection right now. And my name's Shanique, and your name's Shanique. We should just have a connection right now.
There's a name for something. There's a
ball
thing,
bags.
There's a thing they do. Like it tails off at the end of a sentence. There's actually a word for
that
it.
weird Kardashian.
That weird, that thing at the end. And it does happen. You'll hear it.
I think it's just because it's now the 2020s. It's the same as Mercy. It's just come back 100 years later.
Oh, Mickey, I do feel for you, I have to say.
Man, I have to say this. Even though I hate everybody in that show, Ultimatum, I can't fucking wait to find out what happens at the end of it.
Here's the thing, but I also do know
one of the lads is a complete another player, and I respect him for it.
My sympathy.
His missus was like, "If you don't marry me, I'm going to write somebody else." And he was all, "Watch this, you cunt." And he bucked all around him for 3 weeks, and I was like, "Was your idea? What you want to do?"
Oh, you poor bastard! Because I know not one of those 3 programs would you have watched if you hadn't been forced into it. The Savile one, maybe you might have watched it, but
it's weird how
you definitely wouldn't have watched Ultimatum.
No, I think it's weird how
there's no fucking way.
It's weird how when those shows start, though, I get that gives me the anger I need to write material.
Right,
do you know what I mean? That lights a fire under me that makes me go, I've half an hour new stuff here. and it's just me saying the word fuck for 30 minutes straight, but I think you'll understand it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's
I usually get about like whatever length of time it takes me to walk past the living room. I'll hear about like 2 minutes of Love Island. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Now Love Island's one I can't go near.
Oh, I can't.
I can't go fucking near that. But these American ones are insane because they'll go and meet their parents, and their parents are like, "We just want you to be happy. We just think it's like you're such a great person, and she's such a great person, and we just think you should be happy." And like, but you hear these fucking dopey. Are what's below a millennial? Gen Z? Are they Gen X? Whatever Gen they are. Absolute fucking doses of shite. Being like, I just feel like I've known you for like 30 minutes. It's been like the best 30 minutes of my life. I feel like I'm really connected with you. And then all the women have no idea. The men are going, I'm going to convince her to take her pants down, and then I'm going to do what I want. Like, they can't see a guy being like, I just feel like we have like a connection with you.
Do you think
he's like, yeah, I understand. I don't know.
Do you think they genuinely don't see it, or do you think it's like?
I think the women are also looking their hole too. Like, to be honest with you,
they're looking their hole too. But do you think there's always that bit of sort of Disney princess thing of? Everybody thinks there's going to be a good guy in there somewhere.
No, the worst part about it is
they're all scumbags.
The worst part about it is, I think genuinely, either they have no idea or it doesn't. Obviously, they do a great job of not showing the mechanics that go into making a TV show, the behind the scenes stuff that goes into it. There's no fucking way any of the conversations are natural. They're all clearly set up,
right? Okay,
like Made in Chelsea type of stuff.
All right, yeah.
But
talking points given.
Yeah. To hear my girlfriend being like, "See, he's the bastard. See, just the way he treats her, it's fucking wrong," and I'd be going, "It was her fucking idea." Fucking slut!
Oh my god, they are Irish. You're never going to get back.
Well, you know what? I'm not even raging. Like, I'm wearing a pink hoodie now because of it. I think it made me think enough to go. I'm still young.
It really does. It really does stand out. Very, very nice.
It's a lovely colour on the skin, isn't it?
It's a very lovely colour on your skin.
It really, really does. I bought a lilac one as well.
Compliments your eyes an awful lot.
Thank you very much. That's what I said when we saw. Do you know where we got it? John's.
Janae's Petite.
Much.
Oh, sweet God.
Much.
25 pound. Lower? Higher?
Lower.
Much. 23.
Much.
Must be 25.
No. Much.
Fuck off. 15.
Connor Keys. $7.99.
Sweet mother of Jesus.
Sure, it's as soft as a fucking kitten's ball bag.
Feel that there. There'll be no fucking no agitation. I do. Give me some tissues here because you know what they do.
Bring the royal tissue, boys.
For my fucking sinus problem.
We're just dying on this podcast slowly, but you know.
No, we're not dying.
I mean, everybody's dying. You're dying. See you at home listening to this right now. You're dying too. I don't know if we're allowed to talk. No, we probably can't. Probably get arrested for what went on in the WhatsApp group this morning.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Shame.
Let's just say it was. I seen a lot of notifications. I'm like, well, what's going on? And when I opened it, I went, oh, holy fuck!
I nearly crashed my car laughing.
Holy fuck!
I'll tell you real quick. There's a game I started. Me and I don't want to say the other comedian's name, but
another comedian
rhymed with Maeve Smelliot. Started a game on a WhatsApp group a few years ago called Homoerotic Doppelganger, which is where you find gay porn, and you have to. It has to look like somebody else in the WhatsApp group, and you concoct a small story about, for example, you know. Shane, how did you get those gigs supporting Kevin Hart? And then you put a video in of a blonde, sort of 20-something male sucking a big black dick.
Yes, that's pretty much sums up the WhatsApp group. 38 of them today I got.
35 years of age. I have a fucking degree. I consider myself sometimes an artist. And I have never fucking laughed harder in my life. Because then somebody somebody was like, okay, here's the story. It's William Thompson trying to get a gig. And then you're like, this now opens up a whole realm of darkness.
That opened a realm of darkness that I didn't know existed.
Yeah, I had no idea that. And by the way, I would like to say for the legal team, I did not put any indecent images in that one. I just put a photo of Stephen Hawking in.
Yes, he did, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
yes,
that's not half as bad as it did. I mean,
actually, would you know what? The Hawking thing was hilarious, and it was nice to have a light touch.
Yeah, it was nice that there was no
the other fucking. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
It was.
I'll never look at a grapefruit the same way again. But again,
oh no.
Moving swiftly along.
But that's the kind of situation that we've talked about in Just Rabbiting On as well. If it gets to the stage where, say for example, your money is based on what you share on we are all fucked. And I don't think there's a WhatsApp group in the country that hasn't got some element of what the
absolutely.
fuck is that in it.
The worst thing
But
is,
when
right,
comedians are doing it on purpose, you go, you don't
it's-
even know funny.
yeah, you don't know all the levels that they go to. But the thing is, what got me,
The state they were coming in as well.
I would have joined in only for the fact going, I don't want gay porn on my history. I just don't want it there. I don't, because that's something I would normally go looking for. And then the amount, and then a lot of boys had it very quickly.
A lot of us have it too
that
quickly.
were
Like
very quick.
yeah. Like there's a few.
Like there was a live recording sent at one point.
There's been a few situations where I've gone, what did you even type in to get that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like there's hairy holes, and then there's sweet
In
mother.
fact, the Harry
oh,
Hole was
Jesus.
that was me.
That was you. Like,
Not me. I wasn't like, here, 2 seconds, boys. They put a fucking phone on a selfie stick here.
No.
Um,
I'd look like a bog. It needed to be turf cut out of it.
bad, and there were spots and all on it as well. There was ingrown hairs in that one, and the longest scrotum I've ever seen on man or beast.
Big set of fucking
Big old
cojones, man.
dangly balls, like.
Oh. So that's our Monday morning wake up.
Yeah, it's
that's
better
what
than a
we
cup of
do.
coffee.
Hey, what did I
It's
tell you?
stronger than a cup of Joe, I tell you.
You'd open my eyes anyway.
Speaking of cup of Joe, remember that third photo? Poor Joe. Fuck me.
So yes, that's.
I urge you to play it at home.
No, yes, again,
Now,
we play at home, not with us.
Be careful. You obviously don't want to go down too dark a path and end up fucking like, because there's some like, you know, fresh faced boys in that group. You have to really be careful about your wording so you don't end up. Do you know what I mean, on a register?
Yeah, and well, I also a long time ago, just from other WhatsApp groups that I've been involved in, that I had to turn off save all media.
Oh yeah, I've
to
done that a
phone.
long time ago as well.
Or,
I did that when I was going into Bahrain after we played a really long game of homoerotic doppelganger, and I thought if these fuckers take my phone, I'm already here illegally. Daddy's losing his hands, like.
Yeah, oh yeah, you've been gone. Like,
Oh fucking hell! I'd be in a Bahrainian prison, literally acting out the photos.
but they were that bad today. I had to do the step further and go and delete. Had to delete.
Yeah,
Just in case a child would come across it, like that's so.
I know. I was in getting tires, like laugh my head off, and the girl was like, "That's you now," and I'm like, 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Your tires are ready. Fuck up a second here.
Nearly
I'm
finished.
trying to laugh.
Trying to calm you.
I'm trying to laugh and fucking hide this erection.
Oh my god, yeah. So that was a great start to the day.
It's so funny. It's so dark, like.
So
It's
bad.
it is the kind of thing. If you found one of the phones, you would go, "What the fuck is wrong with these people?"
Oh yeah, should be arrested, like yeah.
But my God, I laughed so hard.
All
So
we can say is thank God for end-to-end encryption or recryption even.
I eat your SIM cards, like. It's absolutely time to fucking.
Imagine any male and female. Imagine the WhatsApp groups and the shit to be talked. Imagine if WhatsApp just said, "You know what we're going to do, folks? We're going to publicise everything that's ever been sent."
I would love to know what a Conservative Party WhatsApp group looks like. 'Cause consider the amount of times they're caught ripping people off and taking coke. You're like, this. There's bound to be a photo of Rishi Sunak in a jacuzzi with just a gold chain and a tiger beside him.
A lot of dandruff will be floating about. All right, aye.
And his wife's all, I don't even know what country I come from. So many passports.
Colombian dandruff.
Yeah.
There were actually. Did you hear about his wife was exposed for not paying her taxes and all that sort of stuff? This sums up where we're at. This is like a fucking just rabbing on thing, but they have now announced that they're going to set up an investigative panel to find out how the story was leaked.
Fuck me.
Not that she did it and how much she didn't pay over there. How was it leaked? They've set up a fucking panel.
We've been since we've started doing this podcast. I've always been saying politicians don't even fucking pretend.
Not anymore. No, don't have to.
They just go and what?
Yeah, just go fuck you.
It's fucking bananas. Like
I think the biggest sort of most famous one recently was the Brexit bus, the bus with the 350 million a week for the NHS. And as soon as Brexit was happening, they went, fuck yous. We're like, no, you had it on the side of a bus. And we're like, yeah, we know.
But I've said before, it started when David Cameron, the day after Scottish independence, just read all the things that promised Scotland. Oh, we're not doing that.
Nah, we're not doing that.
Just said it first thing in the morning. It's like still hadn't even had a tie on yet. You look like Jeremy Corbyn. Yeah, we're not going.
Nah, it's not.
But there's things now like.
But I wonder, like, I was going to say, I wonder when it's going to change, but it's not going to change anymore because the election's already kicking up here. You can see them starting to fucking round up the wagons and getting. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, here we go again.
There was a thing I read the other day that so the average heating bill is going up about.
Oh fuck! I'll be serious. Yeah,
is it $2,000 a year?
Probably would be. Yeah, I would say so.
Something. It's going up.
Something
extremely,
scandalous,
fucking insane, right? Heating, electric, all that sort of stuff. Rishi Sunak, who implemented all these fucking things, has been claiming his heating As even though he's on 100 something a year, plus all the head funds, plus his wife's a millionaire, and he's still claiming fucking gas bills back off the government.
Yeah.
Why are you still listening to this? Away out and burn a bus. Because the gas is too expensive, so burn it in your living room.
Yeah, it is. It's that eternal fucking thing of like we go, oh, we know they're doing it, and yeah, they continue to do it, and we just get so to the point going, look, for sure,
Sure they have.
That's what they do.
You know what they're like, fuck's sake.
Let me get back to my job here.
I know, couldn't watch them. Here, tell you what, I'm glad I'm not one of them slaves from Egypt anyway. Bam! Lunch is over. I have to go here. Thank God I had that cheap white bread and inflammatory wheat on it. That's nothing I love more than processed food with no vitamins. Anyway, back to the grindstone. You know how it is. Would you like some PPE? PPI.
PPA. PPE.
Piss off, Connor.
So yes, that was Rishi Sunak announcing that there's going to be a panel set up to investigate how the story was leaked and his wife has robbed us.
Strange. So even like back to the sort of Jimmy Savile thing. How did they get away with that? Like I seen in that documentary, they had that guy whose name I always forget. Sort of beggar bald guy used to host Question Time. Not Question Time. You'd host those sort of those types of shows, like fucking News Talk or you know those.
Right.
The guy who went to GB News and then left promptly.
Andrew Neil?
Yes.
Right, okay.
The guy who I don't know if he's Scottish or English.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I think that's who I'm talking about, but I don't think he's bald, but I'm not going to...
But he was the only one to sort of suggest that the BBC had failed to get the Jimmy Savile stuff out. Everybody else was like, well, we didn't know. It was like Alec Baldwin, that gun again. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah, well, John Rotten of the Sex Pistols called it in 78, 79, and then you had loads of...
The Rowan Atkinson joke.
The Atkinson joke with the not the 9 o'clock news.
Because
that was with Ralph Harris, actually. It wasn't even about Savile.
Fuck, so was I. There's a really, really uncomfortable clip on the Jimmy Savile with the show and episode of Top of the Pops, and there's a young girl sitting,
right.
And he's like, you see her jump, because he's obviously grabbed her ass, but then you can tell that he's not letting go.
Oh, right. Oh, dirty bastard.
And on live TV, he's just there.
Doesn't care.
Now then. You like that, don't you?
Gary Glitter and fucking Roald Dahl's granddaughter is the fucking freaky one.
I thought you were going to say Roald Dahl's a fucking nonce as well. Is Roald Dahl a nonce?
Well, would you let your fucking grandchildren hang around Gary Glitter?
At the time, maybe, like.
Maybe, aye. But anyway, that's not what I was getting at. I wasn't talking about Roald Dahl. I'm talking about the granddaughter who went on.
Sophie Dahl?
I think it was Sophie. Went on This Is Your Life.
Oh, I didn't see this.
Oh, go and take a look at that clip where Glitter thinks she's about to tell a lot more than she should be telling, and he does the whole sort of thing. It's really fucking creepy and really fucking... She basically was... She thought it was a funny story to tell about how she would bring her peers, her 13, 14-year-old schoolgirl friends in uniforms to him and pay them $5 a pop. And you could see him then, he was like, oh, fucking don't be saying nothing more.
Hell.
You're like, oh my God. But if you go and check it out, you see it on YouTube, you'll see it's Gary Glitter on This Is Your Life, and then her talking, and then it does a slow motion and replays it over and over. He tried to do it really quick so we could see him, but it's, dirty cunt.
To think they can get away with that for as long as they did. I make fun of one Belfast Giants game.
I am not.
The show's over. Like.
I am telling you now, Maggie Bartlett, do you know what you did?
What?
You spurred them on to victory. Because they won the league last night.
They did, fair play to them.
And that was pure motivation.
Yeah.
From the likes
of
Mr. Bartlett.
I was in the locker room and I thought they needed it.
I thought that's exactly what I thought. And the fans needed that push just to get them into the seats and stuff, you know what I mean? And that's going to be...
What I said for a long time was the Belfast Giants should have done was just take one of the fans and put them in goal. Because you wouldn't get a fucking fly past them. I know them pucks are wee, like, but it takes some slapping to get through one of them.
Belfast Giants, congratulations.
Congratulations to the Belfast Giants. Congratulations to all the fans
defeat
as well.
Of is it the Sheffield Steelers?
Sheffield Steelers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because went to a penalty shootout too.
That's mad. Do you know what is crazy about ice hockey? Not to slag it off, because obviously people are very sensitive about ice hockey. You know what I mean? Everything going on in the world. But anyway,
don't fucking start it.
It's weird to me that they're obviously it's not that big a league in the UK, so they all play each other about 25 times.
Yeah. I think there's about 6 teams, isn't it? Yeah. Something weird.
There's no derbies, like. Or if there is, it's fucking 4 times a year. You go, again.
I want to see
I know Sheffield like the back of my hand.
I want to see the Derry fucking ice hockey team playing the Belfast Giants. What would the Derry team be called? Well, you'd have to be Derry.
The foil fuckers.
The foil fuckers.
That's what they have to practice in the fucking foil. Go on fucking, hey, dear me. Go on fucking put a bit of ice in the foil there now to get a fucking skid about. Give you fucking... I love the fucking Mighty Ducks, hey. I'm Bagsy Gordon Bombay, that's me. Fucking let's go Giants. Hey. I fucking love it, hey. It's like hurling, but it's on your fucking... But you can't stand up, it's fucking great, hey. Do you know what I love most about the hockey, hey, is the fucking big gloves. Keeps your hands wild warm, you know. I mind as a way, and we'd be fucking just slapping a ball up against the fucking free dairy corner, hey, and then fucking this fella came along in a limousine, he goes, hey boys, you fancy scooting about in a pair of fucking... We had no money back then, hey, we had the fucking sharp kitchen knives there, feet, scoot about in grass, hey, we were playing ice hockey in the grass, hey. You had to wait, couldn't play it in July at all, because the Orange Men's marching down the fountain. But I'm fucking telling you, I fucking love hockey, hey.
The foil fuckers.
We've got a nice hockey team now called the Foil Fuckers. There's 3 of us, but we're hoping to get a few more heads about now, you know what I mean? Fagel Shaggy's coming down now. He's good. He hasn't a clue what's going on, God bless him. He thought I was talking about Charles Hockey, the former PM. Where did I pull Charles Hockey out of?
That was that came out of the fucking nether region, that there one there.
Off, smooth, he's Mickey Smart.
What?
He's smart boy. I'm telling you, hey, that's fucking American influence now. He's fucking finally hitting Derry. None of the Waynes are playing Gaelic anymore. It's all this fucking American football now. Thank God for the black one. I mean Protestant, of course, like. Black bastard, like. Set now, all shooting hoops. That's all the lads now, just playing some people outside of the foil side there, you know. It's great to see. Great to see the Waynes doing something now.
You can't stop now, can you?
I can't. I forget what I talk like.
Oh, fucking hell.
I'm fucking telling you, we're up against the Sheffield Steelers next Wednesday. And we're playing the Sheffield Steelers next Wednesday. And then the Wednesday after that, we're playing the Sheffield Steelers. There's only 3 teams.
That's perfect timing for. Is it tonight or tomorrow? This week, Derry Girls returns.
Oh, is it?
Isn't this week? Yeah. 'Cause remember they had the premiere last week in Derry in the Guildhall. And did all the photographs of taking of Gregory Campbell standing in front of the thing that was advertising Derry Girls.
Seriously, amazing.
Everybody had to put it in London in front of it for him.
That's fucking Gregory Campbell there. He loves hockey too, that boy here. I can't stop. We actually started doing a cross community venture now, so we'll play a hurling on ice. So we'll just use a slither and fucking. It's actually just hurling. We can't afford skates with no ice rink, but that's the only way we can get the Protestants involved in, you know. It's good to see. Good to see. Good to see a younger generation now just putting hands across the barricades and winning. It's good to see. It's good for the city, it's good for the town, it's good for the country, you know what I mean?
We can make use of the fat wins too.
No, I got the fat wins in playing as well. It's good. Fucking. We actually just lay the fat wins down and play bouncy castle anywhere. It's good to see.
If there are any fat wins listening to this, we do apologise.
You should be in your bed this time of night.
Don't listen to us. We're too old for you. That would be weird, wouldn't it?
What?
If we had like young listeners.
Especially after talking about Gary Glitter. And
yeah, especially. But you know what I mean? It'd be I don't
you never know.
Young, but I mean like even like 15,
we
16,
could be the voice of a new generation.
I don't think we are.
I think we are. You never know. We could be like Pepsi.
We could.
Do you know what I mean? We could be like. We could be like Bill and Ted. You don't know. There could be people in high schools now thinking, "Man, I'm going to be like Deckchair Yumz when I grow up."
Maybe
smoke weed all the time and fucking not know how to press a button.
You know.
Every fucking time.
Every fucking time.
You never know, man. Do you know what I mean? I've had people come to me like a gig there on in Lurgan before Christmas. Some guy was like, "Man, I've listened to you since I was about fucking 10," sort of, and like started doing my stand up back to me.
Right.
And I went, this is as close to making it as I've ever felt in my life.
It's like the guy
standing in my local pub.
Like James A. O'Kane was telling us about the boy in Galway that was doing your material.
That's hilarious. Hope he got his hold too. At least one of us would. He still worked for somebody. Some guy in Galway was I'm telling you, boy. We're doing play nice hockey now up in Galway. I can't do the accent, but it's very, very funny man. Very funny man. I was
yes.
Jamaican.
We're heading away, but they're nearly at the beer can again.
Fucking
bastard.
What are you doing after this, by the way? I know we're in the middle of recording, but I'm hanging about. Do you want to go for something to eat?
Mon, mate.
Uh-huh. You can get a steak or something?
I don't know. I have to talk to my wife.
Oh, right.
Because she's in some world.
Is she?
And if I go out eating, there'll be a row.
I would go out eating and come home eating. I mean,
Aye, but no, I can't. No.
oh.
Not on a Monday. Who eats Fanny on a Monday? Fucking weirdo.
That's the name of the podcast. Who eats Fanny on a Monday?
Seriously, what?
Sounds like a Smith lyric. Who eats Fanny on a Monday afternoon? I can't do it now. It's Wednesday for Poon.
It actually is not. It's Wet Wednesday.
Well, I do Chewy Tuesdays.
Do you Tuesdays? It's always Wet Wednesday in our house. And
nom weekends.
Oh, well, no.
I on Monday.
Yeah, Wet Wednesday because she's off on Thursdays.
And you want to do her day off?
No, no.
The night before.
No. I only pointed this out to her recently because it happened, and then I started to realize the pattern. I was like, "This is every Wednesday," because she's off the next day.
Aye. Hump day.
And I waited,
No, wait, like, every go.
and then I was explaining to her, and then now it's just known as colloquially known as Wet Wednesday.
No. And what do you do? Just we been eating? Do you do the full ride? Do you get the full courses?
Oh, I don't. A la carte, boys.
I've maybe asked you this before. Right.
I have. Jesus, it's full a la carte. Like, there's no
Outside?
Oh no. No, on the carte.
Oh, right. I do a la wheelbarrow. I have as much money as you. I definitely have asked this before, and I know it's not polite to pry into your sex life as a married man.
Okay.
But do you have to quiet ride, or can you really get at it? Because it's your house, do you be all fucking do what I want, or are you respectful of your children and sort of?
Yeah. Yes. I think any parent.
Like, when's the last time you just slapped Emer's ass?
Any.
Just do a good fucking take at you, girl.
This morning before that. I do. Very, very clear you don't have children. But no, the last thing you want to do is to let any child hear you. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that hasn't happened. Now, get us to a hotel room. Oh, it's like 3 pornos.
Where's get us
one time. Because these are great fucking 4K cameras. Yeah, no, but yeah, there's no chance of loud riding.
Aye.
No.
Is there anything, even though I fucking don't have kids in them, is there anything fucking nicer than the sound of a hotel door locking and you being like, oh, it's happening sooner than I thought?
Oh, sir.
Is anything better?
Nothing better.
When you hear a door locking and the words, get you into the shower there, you're like, oh, fuck.
Go and wash yourself, you dirty bastard.
About 35 seconds from now, I'm going to be coming.
Oh, I'm like, fuck me, it's not even Wednesday. Give me 45 at least, you fucker.
Oh, you're a bit older than me. I can still. When I come, it's like get on the tube in London, quick. Don't look back. On you go.
And try not to pay for it.
Aye, where's the Oyster card? The Oyster card? That's an old reference. They don't even do that anymore, do they?
Don't know. Don't think so.
Yes, that's interesting now.
Yeah,
interesting.
That's yeah. Well, I mean, if you've I think
any parents in a hotel now?
Any parents in the house now, you would know the crack. You would not be, even though our kids are upstairs. There's still a gap, but I still wouldn't. No.
So do you have to make it? Do you kind
of? Thing is, I wouldn't be what you would.
Are you ready?
Well, I wouldn't be what you would class as a loud lover.
I'm the same as myself now.
I have to say.
Quietly grateful.
And to be honest with you now, just for longevity, I'd want her to shut the fuck up.
Don't even look at me.
Don't talk.
Yeah,
because you're going to set.
I'm trying to do long division here.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, it's like a sprinkler system.
So I remember the 22 digits of pi.
Aye.
While I'm in pi.
Oh, Connor, I knew you were going to do that.
Walked right
22 digits. Fuck me, that's 4 hands. 2 kids, I suppose. That's terrible. I'm so sorry. Love you, Emer.
Oh dear Lord.
Did you? Have we asked? Have I asked? Have you ever heard? Did you ever hear your parents riding when you were growing up?
No.
No, I mean either. Thank fuck.
No, thankfully, never.
Have you ever heard? Did you ever hear your man dad? No.
No.
I'd never recover from that.
Mia walked in one evening, the two of us. I told you that before, but
Tell me again, just because the Vietnam flashback look on your face screams, I need to get this out of me.
yeah. So
How old was you?
it's about 3 years ago.
Oh, I'd claw my eyes out. I would absolutely pull my eyeballs out of my head and give them to somebody else.
The good thing was there was nothing to be seen now 30 seconds earlier. Sweet Lord.
What was that? I'll do the sound, you tell me when to stop.
Smoke weed every day.
Which one? Sorry, that'll be a weird sex
What are
move.
you looking for?
I'm just
looking for the-
I'm just trying to make these all sound like sex. Well, that's one. That one. What happened, Connor?
Well, as I was in position,
When you say position, were you bringing up the rear, or were you were you a bogey on our six, or
listen,
were you fighting like a gentleman?
think about some of those photographs we got in WhatsApp group this morning. That would have been the sight.
Legs up. Did you? Was your wee bum hole to the wind?
Well, it would have been because I was.
Oh, you
see,
right.
So
I'm
yeah,
trying
ass to the door.
ask the door.
Right.
Feet's pointing the same direction, but
Yes,
ah,
and
right,
that's
okay.
not good.
Heels to Jesus.
Aye. So thankfully that didn't happen. So it was in the transitional period from then to the other is when she walked in.
Aye. See, I'm going through a weird
So-
phase now. I sexually, because I
She
lived with
didn't-
my parents for so long, I still keep a top on in case I have to get dressed real quick.
No, I didn't have that problem now, but
End up with fake hand over your belly and all.
took a few seconds for her to figure out what had happened, and then stormed off. And
What time of the day was this?
This is 11 o'clock at night. And then the worst thing is then Emer, because she was mortified, went to go and like, oh my fucking God, the God. But thought the quilt was on me, and it wasn't. It was just my bare belly, so it was just a big
slap in the belly.
smack, as if it sounded like I just went, "Come on, you girlie, let's get back into it again."
Round two. You're still young yet. Yeah.
So yes, we don't talk about that in our house.
Oh, I'd fucking.
We don't talk about you. No.
I'd be. I would scar me for life. I know. Like,
Thankfully, now the only thing is now this is the other thing about in the relationship that you would be in. There's not a lot to see in the dark.
Aye. Same with lights on, kind of man. Lights on, top on, like a gentleman. But I know for example, like
You still have a top on, like now you live away from.
I feel all fat and all this, to be honest with you. Plus, sometimes if I'm making love to a lady, I'm like, do you know what? You take my top off, like in the movie. I want her to be all,
Aye.
and I'd be all, no, what?
But then when she doesn't take it off,
She doesn't. I'm all on fucking keeping the hood on. Fuck you.
you're just still riding on your
Sit
pink
down in
lady.
the gilet. Fags off on it. What chewing gum, Pit?
A Sheila.
Did you take a wee chewing gum? I got a fucking locket in here, you want? Near done. 2 seconds. Oh, fuck, where's my keys? Oh, we need electric. It's a weird thing. I think this. So when people say things like, people trying to gross you out. Imagine your man and dad riding, right? Because I've never seen or heard my man and dad riding, you can say to me, imagine your man and dad riding all day, and I can't. Like I think my brain has a RoboCop Directive 4.
Right.
Like I can't access that information.
All right. Okay.
And I think if I could access that information, I would go into full RoboCop. Like,
A glitch in the system. It's not something I've thought about now, in fairness, but thankfully it's.
I thought about Frank riding all the time.
See, Frank and Hank is quite young. They're both quite young at that stage. So I mean,
I reckon Frank would be pouring beer in your man to get to
What the
to the town.
fuck?
That's how your man gets him in.
I was going to say it'll be her pouring it into tenants. He wouldn't waste them, not the fucking chance.
Aye, tenants too. It wouldn't be very sexual beer. It would be very gassy.
He wouldn't waste it. Not a chance. Not a mission.
Harp maybe.
Oh, I'd throw it all over.
What would be the lover's lager?
It's got to be like a Carlsberg, isn't it?
I don't know. I think it's a bit common.
maybe more a Stella then?
No, sure, Stella was still getting into the rough territory there.
That's what I mean. Maybe some people like it, but a Stella.
You want a bit of
Stella!
Yes, one of them. You know you're in for an edit when you come home and she just hands you a can of, like she slides a can of Stella across the counter. You're like, oh fuck.
Prepare yourself, big lad.
Somebody's ovulating. Way up and get your gum shield.
Somebody will be eating. Never mind, ovulating.
I'm fucking hell, never going for the title tonight, Pat.
I don't know what other.
I made myself laugh. Going for the title.
What other lovers lager?
Yeah, lovers lagers. What's a good? Because Guinness, nobody's getting rid of that.
Nobody's
right?
going to.
You're just both lying in bed farting.
Yeah. After like
Harp.
fucking. Would Harp do it maybe?
Maybe in the West Belfast, but
Maybe.
Do you know what I mean? Harp's a one night stand lager. It's not a fucking.
But do you need maybe one of those fancier beers to make it a bit more?
Do you go like a Kronenberg?
Kronenberg.
Heavenly, you both all.
Peroni.
A Peroni is the lovers lager. There you go. Peroni or like a.
Peroni.
Yeah, a fucking beer Moretti.
Moretti.
Do you know what I mean? With the wee tins of it. Not the bottles.
I never had tins.
Oh, they're lovely.
Oh, no.
very nice.
Beer and Moretti, if you want to.
Coors Light would be a nice, safe lovers lager, wouldn't
That
it?
would be, because both of them could have it.
Aye, and you can both get pregnant if you drink Coors Light.
That's right. Oh, fuck, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but only if the mountains are blue.
Oh, of course. Van Damme's like, I'm drinking my lager. Don't know where he's from, neither does he. That's my impression of Jean-Claude Van Damme as William Guile from Street Fighter when he's meant to be American. It's niche, but it's legit. It's accurate.
Oh,
Are you man enough to fight with me, Bison? I'm from Texas. I've actually, have you seen the Street Fighter movie? Remember Van Damme on it?
No.
Have you never seen it?
No, I remember here because I was old
Dog
enough.
shit.
Yeah, I was old enough to stay away from it. I was old enough to read reviews.
Aye.
I wasn't
It
that
was
young.
one of those poor old fucking Raul Julia.
Right, Julia, yeah, from Adult
Died
Family.
making it.
That's right, yeah.
So he had the old fucking the big C.
Kelly M was in it too, wasn't she?
Kylie M was apparently bucking JVC.
Get out of it.
Yeah.
The muscles from
Jesse
Brussels,
V
boy.
was apparently they were having a wee bit of an affair, and at the time, as the article was reading, Jean-Claude Van Damme was going through 10 grand a week of coke.
Oh,
And the most impressive bit of that to me is he still had a six pack.
oh, absolutely.
Because I took her one time and cried for 3 days after, and that just nothing but chips and burgers. But
Maybe
they
it was-
released a rap song that I haven't Googled yet.
Who released the rap song?
I can't remember who it was.
For Street Fighter?
Yeah, yeah. Because obviously,
Oh,
'cause
that's
obviously
right,
it was
back
like
in that, yeah.
They were trying to
everybody
make
was
it a big,
trying to-
massive marketing thing.
Oh my god, a rap? What the fucking hell? Please don't say it was fucking Raul Julia was rapping.
I'm trying to think if I can find. It couldn't be. No, I'm gonna say. I should have googled this before we came on because this is just. I forgot we were playing that game earlier.
What was your search?
Big hurry asshole.
It's a picture of me.
Oh, I can't even fucking type with big fat thumbs. There's that many different versions now. I don't know what the crack is. I can't really.
I forgot what you're even looking for, so that's alright.
Street Fighter is just
Oh, the rap? Yeah.
Ice Cube.
What? No, it's not.
So you wanna fight me?
Not a lot of laughing. So far, no joke. Podcast ninjas.
Podcast ninjas. That's it. Ninja, please.
Yeah. Ninjas with attitude.
You know what's for the Street Fighter soundtrack?
Yeah, that's absolutely. Podcast
man.
ninjas is now.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to. We're allowed to say that now.
Well, that's the name of the episode there. Podcast
Ninjas.
ninjas.
Apparently, I need to watch more of it. I don't know why. Do you know what? Like, it happens to me all the time. You're going for a dump, and then you start reading through some shit on Facebook, and you're like, "Now I'm invested in this."
Oh yeah, yeah.
And apparently, the videos
Oh, is that right?
atrocious.
Oh, we're gonna
because
check
there's
that shit
17 different characters from Street Fighter in the.
Oh
This-
yeah,
this-
right enough. Yeah.
And they only wanted 4. And they ended up with
Probably
7.
only could afford 4.
Yeah, but it was like Nintendo or whatever kept going, put this character in and put this character in and put it. And yeah, apparently the video's fucking hysterical.
Right,
because all the characters are standing there in the background while people dance around them in that 90s fashion.
Pop locking.
Wasn't there a fucking song for the Super Mario's movie?
There was. Jesus, I
I'm
can
guessing
see.
it's going to be some sort of weird rap as
I
well.
can see the video. No, I don't know.
Aye.
Let me see. What
There
was
was
it?
just
Early
that
90s?
weird time in the 90s where every single fucking movie had a soundtrack directly connected to it.
Oh yeah.
Like
Men in Black was like
Men in Black.
96, 97.
Yeah. You've got the
And
Armageddon
Wild
one.
West, which is later on.
Wild Wild West, you've got...
Armageddon would have been after that, 99. So then, leading up to that, but you would also have had like obviously Ghostbusters started that whole thing off, like. But
Yeah, Ghostbusters would have been the start.
Ghostbusters would have been 84.
Because then, of course, you also had like... Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Batman. Yes, we can live in a Pictionary all the time. Did you wanna
and
have
actually,
me, baby?
the worst thing is about that is a big.
He's not even a real seal.
The U2 song gets badly missed in all that.
The Tomb Raider one?
No, the Batman Forever one, because they always remember Seal. But U2 wrote the fucking
What was it?
belter of a
Yeah.
tune. Hold me, thrill me, kiss me, kill me.
That was a good one. But then you two
'cause
also did the Tomb Raider one, remember?
Elevation, but that was just they had a song and then they had that, you know what I mean? They
Yeah.
took it for the, but this was a tune, and then the video was actually quite class because it's animated Batman video. And if you get a chance to watch it,
Oh, really?
but Seal always takes the
Is that something?
limelight.
Is that something you think they should bring back now? Should they bring back movie soundtracks with actual fucking footage in the background and like?
I think they still do. You know, there's still a few. Like Eminem would do quite a bit of soundtrack work. You'd always see bits and pieces of. No, I don't know if it's
No,
as
but I mean,
big
like,
as-
would they have the actors from the movie acting in the music video?
I did see
but
one of
they've
them
got-
recently.
So those ones where like they have a new haircut for the next movie, so they don't look the same.
Oh yeah.
They put a bit of weight on or something.
What the? I had seen that recently. It wasn't Avengers, but it was something like that. It was something where I seen they had the actors were in the video, the music video. Because I think Twilight did that and all that back in the day.
did they?
I think they did. There was some fucking probably
I
some
haven't seen something like that in years. I think it'd be fucking great. Bring it back.
emo fucking madman. Was it Brian Adams? Remember he had the number one for. He still holds the record, number one.
Prince of Thieves.
Wasn't
Robin
he
Hood.
in the like? He was then in the fucking woods. Recorded the video. Do you remember that was themed in? It wasn't
beside a tree
wasn't Kevin Costner, but they put him in a fucking forest to make it look like he was part
Yeah.
of the thing.
with an amp and all. Full band setup. No power source within fucking 50 miles.
Yeah.
Scooby Doo singing it.
That was good. Right.
Well, we've done an hour, so fuck Yumz. We're going to jump over now to Patreon, answer some questions from our patrons. So if you do enjoy the podcast, please sign up to the Patreon, give us some support, because we're obviously trying to make the podcast bigger and better every time, but we need my fucking money.
And you get a full episode.
And you get a full
Because
episode.
last week was like an hour as well.
Yeah,
with
and we're
questions,
doing it just
lots of
rabbit on
questions.
next week as well, so we're going to be bringing that back
Yeah, we got a lot going
periodically.
on.
We're just having a good time, do you know what I mean? Make it good episodes. So yeah, join the Deckchair Knows Patreon. It's £1 or up to between £1 and
If you don't, we're going to go to Manscaped.
I mean, I'm not against that. If I can get a free, if
me
I
shave my balls,
no,
Maggie.
but if I don't worry, I'll do all the shaving.
I don't want to shave my balls.
No, I'll shave your
But
balls.
how can I, how can I be the poster boy for Manscaped when I've never touched them?
It'll just say you how you don't have to show anybody. Plus,
Why are you showing everybody then?
man,
Oh, so you don't have to do that? You actually do
I mean,
have
I
a
would.
choice.
I literally would if it was good, because there's the new one. No, I'm not even going to talk about it because we're not advertising.
No,
them.
we're not advertising. No,
But
no.
put it this way: there's a torch on one of them, and I want to see what that looks like.
It looks like a torch in your phone, probably.
I would use
called
on one hand, but like I'd do the garden and everything like that. Cutting the grass in the middle of the night. There you go, Dad. Took me 3 weeks. Anyway, we're going to Patreon to do some questions. Thanks very much for listening. Look after yourselves. All the very best and the best of luck. What's up, motherfuckers?